We welcome you to another live edition of the Sports Box, brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And by our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and check them out at www.crowdplayapp.com for details. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Welcome everybody to Cage My IQ. I'm your host D-Bake, chiming in today after news that was released last night that Nate Diaz is back. He is going to be facing on May 15th Leon Edwards in the co-main event of UFC 262. My first impression of this fight announcement is I don't know why it's being booked. I fear for Leon Edwards, it makes no sense for him because if he wins, he doesn't move up. And then if he loses, he probably moves back because he's facing an unranked Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz has all the things in the world to gain in this fight. He can use this fight out of nowhere. He hasn't fought since UFC 244 against Jorge Masvidal, and he can jump right into the top 5 in his matchup. And a little thing that they announced when they announced the fight is that this is going to be a 5-round fight in the co-main event, which is the first non-title co-main event to go 5 rounds. So that's going to be really interesting. They've actually, back in January and February, they traded shots on Twitter at each other. And then last night, Edwards told Nate Diaz to make it happen if he's true to his word that he'll fight him. And then the fight got booked. So I see this as a big money grab for Leon Edwards. He can make a lot of money off of Nate Diaz's name. That they announced the odds last night. Leon Edwards is a huge plus 285 favorite. Diaz is the plus 285 underdog, and then Edwards is the minus 350 favorite. So those are huge odds, especially when you see Edwards, who both fighters actually haven't fought in the last 2 years. Edwards did one round last month against Bilal Muhammad with the infamous eye poke that ended the fight in round 2. But other than that, he's won 8 fights in a row, including victories over Rafael Dos Anjos, Gunnar Nelson, and Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And then you had Nate Diaz, who is 4-4 at welterweight in the UFC. And in his last couple fights, he lost to Jorge Masvidal in the BMF title bout. He beat Anthony Pettis by unanimous decision. And then he lost the second fight to Conor McGregor in their epic 2-fight war, which saw each fighter take one round. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I'm going to go right now and say that Leon Edwards wins this 4 rounds to 1. I think he's going to dominate. Nate Diaz is really good with his grappling, and then he's improved his striking, but Leon Edwards is a master with the jiu-jitsu and then just hitting you from everywhere and with combinations. And he does seem to have a gas tank, whereas Nate Diaz seems to tire out, as he's shown in the past couple fights. So I see Leon Edwards picking this up very easily. He'll win this, get money, kind of like what Poirier's going to do with McGregor. He took that fight for him, mainly because of the money pay. And then and then he'll go right back into seeing where the division is left standing after the Usman Masvidal fight and any the other fights that are being booked. But definitely put your money on Leon Edwards. I know it's you're not going to make much, but definitely parlay it with the other title fight and with the Chandler Oliveira fight, and even the other fight, the Barbosa Shane Burgos fight. This fight card is shaping up to be one of the really good ones with a lot of tough matchups and fireworks. So I'll be putting that out later in the month. The predictions for that fight card, probably closer towards the beginning of May. So if you want to follow any of us at or any of our stuff at Cage My IQ, we're live on Cage My IQ every Monday at 8:30, where we usually recap the Saturday's fight card, and then every Thursday I put out a pre-recorded video previewing the next fight card. I usually have my buddy Jim on there who joins me, or a different guest on. That way to switch things up. We preview the fight card. That usually gets released Thursdays at 12. And then we got a plethora of interviews that we've done that are coming out every week. Next week we got Sam Alvey. The week after we have Jordan Young, and then after that we got John Anik, the man himself, on commentary. That's coming out on April 21st. So check out all of our content. Go to all of our channels, as you see below, right there below. You can follow us on Twitter at CageIQ. You can follow us on Facebook at CageMyIQSB. And you can follow us on Instagram at CageMyIQ. And then when we go live on Mondays, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/CageMyIQ to watch the live podcasts on Monday as well. Subscribe to that. Get your friends to subscribe to it on Twitch if they use Twitch. We're trying to grow that channel right now. That's what we're doing right now. So get anybody who loves MMA, just give them to subscribe to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/CageMyIQ. And then also subscribe to our YouTube channel that we're growing as well, which you can find at Cage My IQ. Or you can go to one of our social media platforms, and the links on all of our platforms. So check us out on all those. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment on what you think of this news or anything from any of our videos, and we'll get back to you. But I am D-Bake. That is the big news for the day, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cage My IQ on the Sports Box. Please remember to follow us on all of our social media outlets. On Facebook at Sportsbox Show, Twitter at Sportsbox Show, Instagram at The Sportsbox Show. Find us on YouTube and join Outside the Box, our Facebook sports discussion group. The Sports Box is brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And also our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and use promo code THEBOX at sign up for 10 free points. Thank you for joining us.